Do 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 do. My kombucha. Do do do. Oh, kombucha. Do do do. My kombucha. Kombucha. I homebrew my kombucha. If you don't know what kombucha is, look it up. I used to do it ages ago, early mid-90s, and I would have these. I did it in the big Pyrex bowls, and I had special shelving built. I had 12 of them going at one time, so I like it. It's way better to brew it yourself. Less expensive, and you can, put the best ingredients in it. So thank you, hey, so much for inviting me into your space, your world. And of course, I would remind you to do so consciously with anyone and anything, right? So I'm recording my videos today in my chocolatey, oh, look at him with frog legs. My chocolatey chunk is, he has a collagen bone. So there's that going on. It's time for me to record my messages, and we're a package deal. So I'm going to speak louder to maybe drown some of that out. Warning, he might have random belches. So sometimes his little potato butt has little toots. You never know. Oh, going over to drink water. Yeah, he's very noisy. So I love him. The message that I share with you is for those who can relate, who resonate with it. It was born out of experience and understanding, and I share it with you in love, respect, and honor of the divine in each of us. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. I myself, and maybe you, what one would refer to as a neurodivergent or empathic, as neurodivergent, not a, but as neurodivergent or empathic, highly sensitive person. Probably those who are going to resonate with my content may kind of identify themselves as these things. These attributes were born out of, so sorry, I have it silenced, but I hear it vibrating, and you probably can too. It's a good mic. So these attributes were born out of experiences or trauma. Trauma indicates experiences as a victim. In the 3D world or reality, this is the dynamic. This has been the dynamic. This dynamic is dying off. It's dead. But we have to prune these branches from ourselves if we are to choose new growth. We cannot remain as victims if we are to thrive. Thrive, the integration of victim and survival. The integration. What we feed our consciousness growth. Do we want to be heroes? Just bear with me. Heroes, saving ourselves from victim, survival dynamic. Or do we just want to skip to peace? It might be me, because it's several decades of a lot of drama and suffering. I'm feeling the peace. right? That's the name of the channel. Feel the Peace. Santo Pace. It's Italian for feel the peace. So just stop and give that some thought. And let me add this. It's some homework for you. Because if you're really interested in this, shifting your reality from one that the ego has dominated in creating, and remembering your soul, we're moving through a lot. We're realizing how we've disempowered ourselves to learn how we can, in fact, empower ourselves and create a world that we do consciously choose and wish to experience. So, this homework is a Karpman's triangle, the drama triangle. And Stephen Karpman, that's Karpman, from 1960, just a tad before I showed up on the scene in this avatar for this incarnation. It's a model of dysfunctional social interaction. It illustrates the power game that involves 3 roles: the victim, the rescuer, the persecutor. Now, I sometimes see people playing the martyr, aka the victim, or the hero, aka the rescuer, or the villain, aka the persecutor. Now, each role represents a very common yet incredibly ineffective response to conflict. So, conflict is a part of life because we're all different. We're all our each own individuated aspects of source. And if not even that, we're deluded by the fears of the ego, this idea that we could be separate from one another, from that which created us, all that is. So the new dynamic is one where we forgive ourselves, as we most likely were doing the best we could with what we were aware of at the time, at any given time. It's also not a dynamic where we're hero or victim or martyr or perpetrator or villain because we forgive ourselves. It's one where we love ourselves and thus have it, love, to give outwardly, to share in our experiences with others. So we work through conflict. We know our value and worth are intrinsic when we love ourselves. It's our essential nature originating from within to love ourselves. The body, the physical self, is a temple and comes from the earth. Your soul, however, originates from Source or God, Most High, etc., so forth and so on. Names can definitely not define that which is undefinable, right? Cannot define or label the all it is, this that has no beginning and no end. Now, with the veil, the sleep from unawakened consciousness, we make ourselves subject to experiences rather than the actuality that we are the creator to those experiences. We are author to them, the experiences of our lives. The experiences are the roles that we play, where we learn. You've heard of simulation theory, that it's a simulation. Simulation is merely a practice run to hone one's abilities to create the best, most favorable outcome, having learned from mistake, learned from what was born in error in our simulation process. So there you go. I always like to say we are all in this together. All are one. All are one of all that is. Wipe the sleep from your eyes. Shake it off. Remember the collective. Remember the soul. If you have made it this far, thank you so much. I want to thank you for choosing to be the change that you wish to see in the world. This takes a lot of personal responsibility, commitment, devotion, patience. So I am going to title this video Infinite Light. I like that. Infinite Light. And drop an emoji of a sun. I know suns aren't actually infinite light, but just so that we're all on the same page. And that lets me know that you got to this point here and that you're in it to win it, right? Not that it's a win-lose thing, just that you're committed. And I thank you again so much. Go in peace.